airlines go bankrupt, leaving thousands, hundreds and thousands of passengers stranded. What are some of the main reasons? Why did this happen to, say, 1Time? You were involved in this and still is.
Yeah, I think, there's a combination of factors, really. But I think what transpired, I think what the board had made an attempt to do to resuscitate the situation was prior to 1Time going into business rescue, and now, as we stand in provisional liquidation, certain restructuring plans were implemented to reduce costs. Firstly, the first year, the second year to a 3-year plan, the second year to break even, and third year hopefully to make a profit. But I think your question is what transpired the past 6 months. 1Time explored an option of business rescue. Okay, due to its financial position, it made a loss of 156 million the previous financial year. Business rescue was not successful due to lack of funding and a deal not going through. And then now we're in a position of provisional liquidation. Now, you want to ask the question, what does that mean? The company is not in final liquidation; it's in provisional liquidation.
So there is hope.
There is definitely hope.
Yes.
As provisional liquidators now, we're exploring all options possible, to give a better dividend to the general body of all the creditors, and the creditors including ticket holders. Factually, 1Time is over 400 is about 450 million in the red. So, and we're exploring all those options possible to give a better dividend. And one of those options is obviously in discussing a potential deal with a prospect buyer, which is made public, which is FastJet, low-cost airline that's listed in the UK.
But other airlines are opposing this.
Look, we have a vibrant domestic aviation industry, and I think we should embrace that.
Yes.
We have authorities, Civil Aviation Authority, Air Licensing Council, the Department of Transport, who are watchdogs over the industry. But an application has been made, as we have made public, for an exemption or for consent from the ministry with regards to this deal. So we await for that feedback. I really can't comment in detail of that status, but we'll await that feedback and we'll take it from there.
Well, what is your comment, Guy?
Well, I think that the problem with the airline industry, and not just South Africa, but in Africa and indeed the world, is it's extremely difficult to make money. And as we said earlier, you've got to have really deep pockets to run an airline. That's why a new entrant or even a takeover of 1Time has to have proper capital resources behind it if it's going to have any chance of success. It's not necessarily FastJet, as you know it with EasyJet, that wants to take over 1Time. It's really but that will be a relatively small part of the actual acquisition. It's really a part of a Lonro group of companies, and it's the Lonmin or Lonro operation that in fact bought the Fly 540 in Tanzania, and it's really looking to do a regional route initially with the airline. I think it's really a little ironic that the existing airlines are objecting to the application, simply because on the one hand they scream about the protection of the state-owned airlines, but on the other hand they're looking for state-owned or state protection against a relatively new arrival. But I think that at the same time they need to go through the motions. They need to protect their shareholders and say, look, we would rather not have this competitor.